Definitely gotta turn that off. Definito. Hey, top of the morning, right? Hope all is well. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I finally got my van fixed now. I just gotta. I've been working on the tires so hard now. That's all I gotta do is get the tires. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Either switch them or repair them. Hopefully they're not that bad in shape to where I could just repair them, have them repaired. But if not, just gotta get tires. The hard part is over with. The hard part. And dude was legitimate. He was like, yeah, they were, the people in San Jose were just dicking me around and shit, trying to get more money or whatever. Haven't seen you in a minute, so I figured you must be doing either good, you got more hours on your job, or at least what else threw you into a little depression or something. But it's good to see you. They always do that. It's a shame. What did they do to your tires? Oh, they yanked they yanked the valves. Cause I got the valves with the sensors on them and shit. So they yank them and they like my sensors are fine. Like they haven't damaged my sensors, but they yank them out so far and then it slow leaks the air out of my tire and shit. Like they take a pair of pliers and pull it a little bit and it breaks the seal and it lets air out my shit. That motherfuckers is expensive to fix, man. Probably not as expensive as a tire, but you know, unnecessary money for sure. Let me do this. like us to spend money. It keeps us down. At least that's how it works for me. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Everything they do is about snatching our little any type of resources we have. They get rid of our support. They turn our fucking support against us. Then anything we have, they try and take that shit away. Hey, top of the morning, we'll be in time. Working, trying to live as normal life as I can. That's what's up. That's man, right now for me, that's like the dream. That's like, and I know like working isn't that, I mean, having a job versus doing your own like business type thing or whatever isn't, or yeah, having a job isn't really better than that. But I swear, like, that's like a dream to fucking be able to work and fucking, that's like one of those dreams to fucking, if you got it and you can deal with it, you're in a good position. Me, they know I'm not gonna, they know I won't do it. So what they do, they, they try and rub that shit in and be like, always mentioning work or just like when I go on 7-Eleven, they'll go ask, they'll go ask the 7-Eleven dude, how long you been working here? Is it a good job here? How much do they pay? Like, just referencing about jobs and shit. Wherever I go, reference about jobs and shit. Or they'll say some shit like they'll go in and act like they're talking to each other and be like, I need a job. I need to get a job. I'm tired of just sitting on my ass. Just weird shit like that. So many say it's going to end soon, but I don't think it's going to. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I feel. I mean, it's been going on for too long. It's definitely been going on for too long. Switching up. Like, yeah. Hopefully it's not for the worse. Hopefully it's getting a little bit lighter on you. These bullies like to turn up the pressure mainly. I thought you lived in LA. Oh, nah, I never. No. I lived in San Jose. I live in Sacramento. But other than that, mm-mm. Oh, she's good. She's limping. She's limping. But other than that, she's on time. She's all good. I just gotta watch her front leg and shit. What you see? You don't even see nothing. You don't even see nothing. Thank God, man. If anything would have happened to her, I swear. I was finna take a rock and throw it at the nearest fucking gang stalker. One headlight bandit. Excuse me, that's legitimate. Like man, I was pissed. I was pissed. I was gonna accept my consequences with a smile. That's for sure. About to try to sleep for work tonight. Love you. Hey, back at you. Hope you have a good night. You know, uh, experience at work tonight. Hope they don't fuck with you too much. In Sac on Franklin Boulevard near the train station is a field with a bunch of wild turkeys. It's Franklin Boulevard. Oh yeah, they got a bunch of those. Like especially when you get out towards the Rio Consumus. Yeah, you get further out there by yeah, that little Joe. I remember because they're Sac County Joe, and then they have the fucking Rio Consumus that's way out there, like past Elk Grove, like in the Elk Grove area. And fucking like we used to ride by that shit in the morning and just see hella wild shit. We would see fucking foxes, like all types of shit. Have a fucking a nature watch on our way to fucking jail and shit. Fucking turkeys, all types of shit. It's crazy when you think about it. Like everything that we tear down and build, like most of that shit really just fucking belongs to the animals and shit. Or like we snatched it from the animals and the fucking like we took it from the animals, and then when the animals come, we call them trespassers and shit and shoot them and shit. He's eating my chickens. He's eating my chickens. Well, you moved into his fucking house, dum dum. You're in his backyard. What do you mean? You're his visitor. He's not your visitor. Franklin and consumers. Yep. Yeah. They have a lot of wild animals out there. Same with the Indians. Yep. Pretty much. Yep. And that's anything. You know, America is just fucking. American people are so fucking proud to be American, man. It's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Got the longest history of fucking butchering people. And this ain't not just not. I'm just speaking on the country. Like the people who did it is whatever, but just the fucking people. I mean, the fucking country itself is fucking. And then we say we're the best fucking country. Like nobody can fuck with us. Nobody can fuck with our country yet. You know, Russia fucking plants a bomb. Russia fucking plants a bomb in the White House. Russia plants a bomb in the White House strategically and doesn't set it off. And you know, just lets them know like this is how close we are to like we can get to you motherfuckers. Don't even don't count us out. Like don't think that we can't get to you. Like I don't see them fucking blasting that shit all over the news. You gotta look for that shit. We're fearless. We're the strongest nation. Bull fucking shit. The loudest. We're the loudest nation. Like everybody else does their shit strategically and shit. We're loud. Like we like to go bully people and tear their country down and fucking build our shit there. Hey, top of the morning, biblically. Oh, it was a while ago. What it was either it was. I'm sure if you Google it, um, it should come up. Well, it will come up if you Google it. Um, yeah, they fucking, they fucking planted a fucking bomb, and the smartest thing they did, it was so fucking smart. It was fucking like in your face type shit to where I mean, you have to give them a thumbs up for it because I mean they didn't do nothing. They didn't set it off or no shit like that. It was just yeah, motherfucker, we can get to you. So don't fucking be trying to count us out type shit. But nobody mentions that. Whenever they say we're the strongest fucking nation, nobody can fuck with us. I don't ever hear that come up. Did you know these psychopaths lied to us about the shape of the earth we live on? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. About it being circle. Like I hear the tug of war on that. I guess if you would, the tug of war. Like as far as people, debating about it. I never really, I never really thought about it. Like it's Yeah, I never really thought about it, but I mean, but I definitely could see that. I know it sounds crazy. Nah, it doesn't sound crazy. It doesn't sound crazy at all. Like the world could be round or flat. Like I mean, like it doesn't sound crazy. Like cause I don't know where we live on. I know they have a history of defeating us bullshit in order to control us. You know, it's a lot of shit that they say that's fucking bullshit. They lie to us about a lot of shit. So like I don't really trip off of what they say anymore, or I don't believe anything they say. Pretty much everything in the history. I mean, some shit in the history books maybe, but most of that shit is all fucking. The victor gets to tell the story. So whatever lies he throws in that book are the lies we were raised to believe, trained and taught to believe. In some instances, forced to believe. You feel me? That make us go to school and fucking learn that shit. Basically, they're hijacking our minds. And our parents are letting them do it out of stupidity, out of blindness. They are way more psychopathic than we first thought. Oh, definitely. That man, every fucking day I bullshit you not. At least one of my stalkers, and this is fucking being gentle with the number. At least one of my stalkers does something way out of pocket, you know, and just fucking, just to fuck with me. And the smile that they get, the smile that they give from that shit is fucking, you could tell it's like self-satisfying. Like it's almost like they fucking having an orgasm and shit. Like if they see any type of anger on my face or anything, it's just fucking, it makes their day. They're psychos, bro. They're definitely psychos. Evil, evil, relentless. And, it's bad. What makes these people so bad is they do it because they're under protection. It'd be one thing, it'd still be fucked up, but if you could even say this word for it, but I would respect them more if they did it on their own. Like if they had a problem with me, a personal problem, and they set out to do this versus, people telling them to do this and they do it just for whatever, gift cards, money, cars, whatever they do it for. Whatever they do it for. If they did it on their own, that would show like, okay, they're not doing it under the guise of fucking protection. But get rid of the police department, the military and shit. You might have some that'll stand and fight you, but for the most part, these motherfuckers will be running like fucking roaches and shit everywhere. They'll be scattered all over the place. You feel me? Moving, packing up and moving and shit, getting out of the fucking state, country, and all types of shit. All the people that I'm fucked with. But they know, like, they're protected. If you do anything to them, and they know you know, if you do anything to them, that's your ass. And in a way, it fucking empowers them. Let me see. We're in a container, giant, beautifully crafted container, like a giant box. Yup. Fucking, that's what I see it as just a fucking, we're like being harvested and shit. Basically, we're born, we're fucking, they fucking do whatever they want to do. Kidnap us, fucking sacrifice us. You feel me? It's like a pot of fucking gold, because our fucking organs and shit, like, they do whatever they do. Make us work, they make us work, they make us slave, basically, and give us fucking peanuts and tell us it's good pay. And then you fucking work the rest of your life to pay off a house that you've had for so many fucking years. You shouldn't be paying for it no more. It's just fucking, and then you don't even spend time at that house. Maybe after about 10, 15 years, you spent probably a whole fucking 2, 3 years in that motherfucker, because you're at work so much. And tell you that's the fucking American dream. Own a house, fucking unless somebody paid for their shit whole, like if unless somebody paid the mortgage and all that shit, just paid their house off, like nobody really fucking owns their house. Like that's the biggest fucking deception in the world. Unless you're like from the 1920s and shit, and all that shit is, paid off. But they wasn't hijacking you on the prices for houses back then like that. Um, and shit just totally changed. Shit just totally changed. Even these fucking movie stars and shit, they don't be owning their. Well, some of them do. I ain't gonna say all of them. Like maybe Will Smith or somebody, but like these other uh these other fucking like the artists and shit. Like a lot of them don't even own them houses they fucking live in. Like even Mike Tyson and fucking all the other cats and shit. Like you don't own that shit. Like until you got everything paid off, mortgage and everything. Like they can fucking come in one payment if they haven't contracted you. But in one fucking, if you miss out on, I won't say one payment, but if you get a little late on your fucking mortgage payments, like that shit can come right from under you. They'll be at your door like, sorry, but your payments are way too high. We're gonna have to take the house from you. Hey, top of the morning, bro. Man, top of the morning. They are Lucifer's minions, bro. They don't even know because he made everyone believe we love. On a magical spinning globe, no one knows who we are, where we came from because of that. I definitely can see that. I definitely can see that, bro. Our history is not our fucking, like, and even if a little bit, like, it's not, it's not, they're not telling us what it's supposed to be. I mean, it's the way they keep their power. That's the way they stay in power. Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine, his sister created the counterintelligence FBI database. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Domestically terrorized. I wish we had somebody that fucking knew the law that could tell us like, directly like what is like you can use fucking force against. Like if people are fucking domestically terrorizing you, what you can do with the laws and helping you, like how you can take it into your own hands. Like if we had somebody like that, even like if we had somebody like even that could tell us like certain shit like that, like we'd be in. I don't think they would fuck with us. We're completely clueless to the fucking bullshit that they got loopholes and all types of shit like that too that we're not in the know about. But just like with the one headlight bandits, man, that shit can cause psychological problems. And you guys see every time I take the camera up to a one headlight bandit, they say, I don't know what you're talking about. And I got over a lot of people saying, I don't know what you're talking about. So psychologically, and then on top of that, it's documented. Like it's in the police reports that, there was a one headlight lady, one headlight car talking to the lady who stabbed me. So psychologically, like I could really flip out, get out the van and like go do something to one of them and shit. Like that's domestic fucking terrorism. Like you're fucking, you're flicking with my mind, my psychology and shit. You got me thinking like you gonna hop out the van or your car and fucking stab me or some shit. Like that alone should be a fucking crime. Like these motherfuckers should be going to jail for a long fucking time. And not just crimes against me, but crimes against everybody, all of us and shit. But that was just like an example. And boy, yesterday while I was getting off the subway, I remember saying, gang stalk you with children. Oh yeah. All the time they gang stalk you. Yeah. Like even yesterday, man, they fucking see that's why I don't like Sacramento. And I'm gonna start leaving my fuck. Well, it doesn't matter. People ain't gonna believe it. That's like a bullshit fight. Like they'll say, oh, that happens every day, but they were fucking having little fucking kids stop in front of my van, bending over and shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, why the fuck are you guys using your kids for this shit, man? For real, like. And I know what it is they try and like, you know, if you like you try and see what the fuck they're doing. Like every fucking snapshot, like people say pictures don't lie, but that's fucking bullshit, man. Pictures fucking lie when you got a narrator behind the fucking pictures and shit. You feel me? Cause all it takes is one fucking glance and shit. And they snap a fucking picture and then fucking narrate that shit like, look at how he's fucking looking at him, or look at how she's fucking looking at him and shit. Like, so you gotta be very cautious around like anything like fucking like when it comes to fucking, you just gotta be very fucking, casual about it. Like you can't fucking just fucking pinpoint and be like, damn, what the fuck is they doing? Like you gotta fucking like, peripheral shit because these people will fucking take a picture of you and put a story behind that picture and and I know I only know that behind looking in the newspapers and watching looking at certain shit like especially like these people are very strategic, man. These reporters, these fucking they and they do anything. They'll edit your words out and make it look like you could be talking about one thing. They'll edit your fucking whole day. Like they'll take words out of your fucking and sentences out of your fucking interview and it'll sound like you're talking about a whole fucking different thing. These people are sneaky, man. So you gotta be like you gotta be on point when it comes to like them using kids and shit, like you gotta really, and just anything that's out of the ordinary that'll make you look like some type of fucking pervert or anything, because that's their aim and shit. And I swear, when I was in San Jose, I don't know if you guys ever watched this channel. It was like this fucking it was How to Catch a Predator. Yeah, that's what it was called. How to Catch a Predator, right? And this is in San Jose. I swear I seen the girl that they be having come downstairs and shit and act like that's the one that they use as bait. I swear I seen her down, like she was downtown, like around that area. You feel me? Where I got my van repaired at. Like I swear I see she be riding on this fucking bike. She rides on like a little BMX bike, and she fucking, throughout with the gang stalkers and shit. She be going through all them fucking motorhomes and shit. I don't know if it's her, but she looks dead on that chick. Wears the hat the same way and all that shit. Got the little same fucking little short haircut. I'll just make it easy for everyone. We are all the fallen ones they least know and are hiding our true identity to hold on to their power. Sacrifice themselves to save the fallen angels. I see that if I was a bad guy, why were you bringing children around me? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, but it's all for the setup. It's all the setup. It's all the setup. Like when I was first coming out here, they was having like fucking. I don't want to say gay. I don't want to say, but they were like, teeny bopper boys, like junior high students and fucking shit, and they just looked a little like they look feminine, and they sent them that way. They sent them that way on purpose and shit. Like they sent them looking feminine and shit on purpose and shit. So when they're surrounding me, like it'd be a crowd of like three of them, and they're surrounding me asking for a cigarette, or asking me if I got weed, or asking me if I want to smoke weed with them and shit. You feel me? They just probably snapping away and shit. Here I look like this fucking pervert dude talking to these three little teeny boppers trying to fucking lure him somewhere and shit. You feel me? It's all on what they fucking, you know, even the power, how does it go? Um Power of suggestion, you feel me? All they gotta do is be filming that shit and go take that shit to like, neighborhoods and just point certain shit out. You feel me? Like, see what he's, you don't want this type of guy around your fucking neighborhood talking to your kids and shit, trying to lure 'em. Like, it's all power of suggestion, man. If the people don't know, then the people with the authority can make themselves seem like they know what the fuck well, they do know what the fuck they're doing. They're fucking smutting you up. And they can fucking, it can be really bad. It can be really bad. I'll be here. She make a good point with the face. Yeah, definitely. It's, and that's just bullshit that we know, like, we know about. But, like, they got so many tricks up their sleeve. It's like, it's fucked up. And then you think about how many people are in jail right now that shouldn't be in jail. Like now, like even when I think sometimes of like it was always weird how the police like, there were times that there were before I was targeted. There were times like, cause if you're if you're fucking under any type of stereotype, you're walking, you're in these high, control areas where there's maybe, crime, drugs, anything. Most likely, you're gonna get pulled over by the police and shit. And this is before, like, this is like a long time ago, old life, way old life. You feel me? Like, I used to walk around with drugs on me and shit, and just be selling drugs and shit, and like wouldn't get pulled over, but I would always fucking get pulled, like, when like if I would have got pulled over, then okay, then I would have expected to get pulled over. Then, like, I'm in these high control areas, but like fucking police would catch me in like the most fucking, you feel me, like the most fucking, like, in innocent times, like at that moment, like I would have no drugs on me. You feel me? I would have nothing. Like I wasn't, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just maybe walking through, passing, going to the store or something, and I would fucking get pulled over, and fucking, I'd have a warrant, but I would get pulled over like at those times and shit. And I always wondered, like, why the fuck? Like, I used to think, like, I'd be getting hella lucky, man. Like, I'd be getting lucky, man. I'd be like, there'd be times like I could go to jail and then I don't, and then there'd be times that, I could go to jail for something serious and I don't get caught for it, but I always get caught, like, when I at the fucking, like, when I'm doing nothing. Like, now it makes me think, like, did they strategically do that? Like, were they fucking with my head and shit? Like, were they watching me the whole fucking time? It's fucking crazy, man. I've been watching Gang Stalking Simulation on YouTube. I think he is around Philadelphia. Shoot targeted, and yeah, definitely. If it, oh, it happens to celebrities too. Lies and people believe it. The grocery store sells in their cash register. It's cooking. It's cooking on. I feel you. Like, look at Britney, man. Britney. If you think about Britney Spears' fucking, her beginning, and just fucking see how they fucking tore her down, beat her up and shit. Like, I mean, verbally beat her up to the world and shit. Cut her hair off, and she probably didn't cut her hair off. They was probably putting her through some fucking shock therapy. You feel me? And then just tell the world that she fucking, cause she was out of it. There were times that she was out of it. You feel me? So it looks like they probably put her in some type of shock therapy, MK Ultra or some shit. Fucking cowards, man. And then they put her with a handler and shit. Like, they made her have babies and shit with handler. Like, they fucked that girl up. I disagree that we are the fallen ones. The people gang stalking us are fallen ones. That's what they want you to believe. You're bad. We are not bad people. The ones are demon spirits that have no bodies. I was very bad throughout my life. I was in Satan's Army, aka U.S. Army. I was an alcoholic, drug addict. I was a beast. I guess every human has a spirit that is Humans don't have spirit. Let me see. Human has a spirit that is eternal. They need human hosts. Yeah. Well, the one thing we can agree on is these people are evil. These people are evil. No doubt about that. Yeah, still in sec. The hard part is done. The hard part is done. I just gotta work on these wheels now, these tires. Two demons manifest. I don't. Um. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I would. I would get. Well, that's what I've been trained to believe in movies and shit. I never manifest. I never seen um a demon that wasn't in human form. Like I've seen people look demonically possessed and shit, but like that's what I say. Like they create everything. They create everything for us. So it's like we don't even know what shit looks like unless we fucking see it. Like, of course we know there's a God, and for those, well, I'm not gonna say that, but they fucking they take they take they put together anything. They take fucking people. I mean, that may have been famous in certain times and shit. And they fucking paint that up as our fucking, our heroes, or fucking whatever, just whatever. Like they teach us a bunch of bullshit, and they just sprinkle what they want us to know. And the reason why, the reason why I'm not into religion anymore is because like I was raised to fucking like every family household, my own, my biological household, the fucking foster homes, all that shit. Like they were always there. It was always Christian. Like even I mean not the group homes, but the foster homes. Even most of the foster homes that I've been to, like we had to go to church. they were like, this one was really strict. Like, you feel me? She was strict. She used to fucking, you feel me? Like, she had this fucking razor strap. She had a razor strap. Uh, like, it's like a little little leather belt that you sharpen razors on and shit. And she used to fuck us up with that fucking thing. Like, if we acted up in church, and she used to make us go to church like like, I think it was like one day out the week that we didn't go to church. You feel me? So, like, I grew up like Christian, believing in God, Jesus. I wish I believe in God, but believing. And then I go to, I get older and shit. And then I find out like the preachers aren't even teaching us everything, and they have to leave out certain shit. Like, but they sit here and they fucking benefit off of us all day, but they're not even telling us the whole fucking truth, And then, I find out after that, the dude that they used to, give us the image of Jesus, and how people have been worshiping that fucking picture for a long time. And the dude that had folds for that picture was said to be an evil, the son of an evil king, like an evil figure. Yet, you have people wearing this on shirts, hanging this on walls. My grandma, my grandma even, like, me, even, like, having, like, little crosses and shit, as little jewelry of crosses and shit. Like, we've been wearing this evil, we've been wearing this evil, and even in the churches and shit, like, the churches won't even tell us. Like, that's not really what, Jesus looked like. That's just the image of Jesus. Like, the preachers won't even tell us that shit. They'll fucking hang that picture all in their fucking church. That's what turned me away from it. Like, religion, period. But as far as believing in God, I definitely believe in God. Yeah, we're just, it's nobody, yeah. Last thing we need is to be turning on each other and shit. So you got this weirdo parked next to me like 15 minutes ago, directing traffic and shit. Got this fucking weirdo walking all over the park with a fucking got this weirdo walking around the park with a bag all over the fucking place and shit. Goofballs, man. I swear, man. These people are goofy as fuck. Straight coin dexters, man. Straight coin dexters, man, and fucking weirdos, man. Psychopaths. Just typing away, smiling, probably with a little psychopathic grin on her face and shit, directing traffic. Fuck. This make us hate God, that's why. Yeah, that can never turn me against God though. Like I definitely know there's a God. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Making money on YouTube by sharing detailed info of your budget. A young woman made 406.27. Oh, that's what's up. Hell yeah, that's cool. That's definitely a cool little side hustle. Yeah, but it's not just that. It's not just that though. It's everything that comes with it though. Like not being the fucking holding us up, not telling us everything about the Bible. I mean, what went on and all that shit. Having to sign that fucking contract, that 501, whatever. And then you see the ones that do step out the box and tell us the real deal, they end up killing them. Even back in the day, right? In the biblical days, in the biblical days, and this is pointing at well, no one specific religion, but in the biblical days, if you look what the meaning of virgin means, it means unmarried. Like when back in the day when they said virgin, virgin meant unmarried. It didn't mean, like a person who had never had sex before. When babies out of wedlock, women wearing short coat. And not interested in spending my time. So, yeah, that's yeah. God is definitely like your temple is the real church. Like it's always good to converse with people about God, but I don't. I can't think of the word. I can't think of the right word, but congregate. You know, but for the most part, people don't do things for the right. They do things like, excuse me, that's legitimate. Go to church to get their sins forgiven and go right back out and do the same shit. Like I remember people used to tell me all the time to go get saved. Go get saved, you know. And I would tell them like, nah, I'm not ready for all that. Like I'm still out here in the streets and shit. Like I'm doing wrong. Like I'm not, you know. And I'm not ready for that. I don't want to play with God like that. I used to tell them that all the time. Like I don't want to play with God like that. You feel me? And they'd be like, "Oh man, you're making excuses. You know, God, everybody sins. God will forgive you. All you gotta do is ask for forgiveness." Like right there, like that's already like that. Those people are already in the fucking cycle, and they're training people to play with God and shit. You feel me? Me personally, I feel like when you're not, when you're really trying to be a good person and shit, like 100%, and your intentions are well, um, and you plan for that to be the way it is for the rest of your life and shit. That's when you know, if anything, you be saved. But as long as you knowingly gonna be out there doing unpositive shit. Well, I don't know. Some people just see it different, but I never understood that. And then when I used to tell people that they're playing with God, they used to be like, yeah, God forgives you. He understands. Right? No fight, no fight, no fight. They are trying to make it so people have no morals. Definitely. Hey, top of the morning, Lisa. Yeah, definitely. Man, so start a legit. Butterflies are a part of the Where is butterfly? Yeah, they do. Butterflies, owls. Yeah, I definitely saw that. I think they had came out with like a part two or something like that too. Lady, scrap. Y'all better cut that shit out, man. Come here, scrap. Come here. Come on. Come on. You guys gotta be separated. Come on. Hey, come on. You over there. Come on, scrap. Look. You over there. Scrap over here. People on the streets. Yeah. Going rough with torture. Uh, hope things are a little bit better at least, Jennifer. Hope they're not fucking with you too heavy. Nah, chill out, Squirrel. Still getting usual here in San Jose. Oh yeah, you know they don't stop. San Jose is like fucking Sacramento and San Jose. As far I mean, it's the only cities I've really experienced it in. But fuck, man, ugh, it's ugly. And it's two different kinds, but they're still ferocious, but it's just two different kinds of targeting. You got your different weirdos. The weirdos are different. You know, you got your fucking Mr. Nobody FBI agents fucking walking with their police dogs and clear ear clear earpieces and shit, riding up and down the fucking street with one headlight and fucking Crown Victorias and shit. Like these people, man. They really like once they get that job, they be really thinking they're the fucking FBI or something. Then you got the weirdos that think they're fucking elite spies and shit, and they drive that. Most of them drive around in the Mini Coopers and shit. And then we got the booty bandits. Watch this. This a big old booty bandit too. Where is he at? Look at that. Look at the booty bandit. Look at the booty bandit. That's a big motherfucking booty bandit right there. Just a nasty looking booty bandit. Look at that booty bandit. Can't even run. That's the biggest booty bandit I've seen, man. That's a big fucking booty bandit. Oh man, basketball shorts sucking all into his crack. That's a nasty motherfucker, man. He's probably somebody's shot caller and fucking gang. He's probably a gang leader, somebody's big homie, somebody's OG. riding around with fucking, showing another man, you know, how well his fucking basketball shorts can fucking. Oh my god. These fucking people, man. Twilight Zone, USA. Twilight Zone, United States of America. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Oh, the creepy bag perp. What did you guys saw him? Like I quit paying attention to him. He was fucking doing circles and shit. Although he was just showing his fucking bag. And then you notice the girl took off. He took off, and then as soon as the girl took off, the booty bandit came and shit. Oh man, he had a little pink backpack too. Big old nasty looking motherfucker with a pink backpack and just fucking. Oh shit. Fucking crazy, man. How the fuck, like, that dude look like he could be a construction worker or some shit. Like, what the hell are you riding around like that for? Like, it has to be the police. Like, you have to be getting time out of jail. Like, money can't be that good. Freedom, maybe I could see somebody snitch. I wouldn't do it, but I could see somebody snitching for freedom. Oh, but you have to know. You have to fucking know, like, whatever you done in life, if they want you to join this program and you're gonna be free, like, it could have been too bad. You're not gonna have to do too much time for whatever the fuck you did, maybe a year tops. But you're not doing no fucking prison time. This is for people who are scared to do their fucking time. Like, a lot of protective custodies don't want to go because they know the bus rides to court and to all that shit, they're gonna be in a cage where, well, they block them off now, but usually they put them in single cages in the front and like people spit on them and all types of shit like that. You don't want to go through that. You're already protective custody. It's not like you're not a snitch anyways. So you got them. I could see fucking witness protection. But other than that, like, anybody who fucking gets out of jail is just somebody who can't do fucking, like, you shouldn't be doing things to get yourself locked up. For one, you should never do anything to get yourself locked up ever fucking again. I don't care if it's stealing something out the store or whatever. If you're gonna have police controlling you and shit to where like they're fucking with your morality and shit, got you doing, you know, puckering up your butt, and in some cases fucking just taking your pants all the way down and doing shit like that, then you shouldn't be committing crimes and shit. You should never, because if you ever commit anything serious, like, you're gonna take down the whole empire. You're gonna take down everybody that you're doing anything with. So don't commit crimes. If you're on here and you're a gang stalker and shit, don't commit any more crimes. If you want to keep this as a business, well, you're committing crimes right now. But at least you got the fucking law on your side. But don't get nobody else fucked up. Like, don't get people fucked up. People trying to feed their families and shit like that. Like, don't get people fucked up. Just don't commit no crimes. Get a job, work at the library. Um, you know, do something, but don't commit no crimes. And you should know that by now, anyways. By the way, they got you guys doing all this weird shit. You're accepting it and shit. Like, they're playing yo-yo. They're playing yo-yo with you motherfuckers. All you tough motherfuckers and shit. all you hard motherfuckers and shit, you gangbangers and ultimate hustlers and shit that be fooling yourselves. You be fooling yourselves thinking this is a job. Don't commit no more crimes, please. You know. Please don't commit no more crimes, man. Evil people who gangsta me, who have set me with guns. Yeah, that's not cool. Nappy, those families did not no good. Sorry, Nappy, those families did not know God, and God is in our hearts. We are the vessels of God. Holy Spirit is how we connect with the Jesus. Yeah. Nah, the thing is, like, as far as that goes, like, the discipline and shit, I know, like, back then I needed a lot of discipline and shit. Like, I don't complain about the discipline that I get because I did some crazy things. Like, I did some fucked up things. Like, I remember at church one day, like, there was a fucking, like a bunch of fucking ants, but they were eating on some, they were eating on a dead snail. And I'm a kid at the time and shit. And I'm bad. I wouldn't say bad, but like, it was more, I wasn't trying to be sinister or evil and shit. I was just trying to fucking, I was playing around and then sometimes I played a little too much. Like, and and the snail was like, they had pretty much devoured the snail and shit. And I remember this girl at church was like, "Yeah, look at all those ants," and I was like, "Just step on them and they'll go away." And she stepped on them, but she didn't step on. No, I said you gotta hold your foot there. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I got fucked up for that shit. I was like, you gotta step on them, but you gotta keep your feet there and then count to 10. But you gotta close your eyes and they'll magically disappear. And when she counted to 10, and when she opened her eyes, she had hella ants and shit going up her stockings, and they were her stockings were white. And she ran into the church and she showed the whoever, like, in the church there were like people, there were like older people, and they sat up in the front, and they wore like certain hats and stuff. And she ran to one of them, and then she went and then that lady, whoever she ran to and told, like, they wouldn't let my foster mom know. Oh man, I got beat at the church. I got beat at home. And she made me stay in the fucking room for like 3 fucking days. Like, no fucking nothing. You can't go outside. You can't do shit. You gotta stay in this room. Like, that was the boringest 3 days of my life. I didn't, the ass whooping, that shit went away, but that 3 days, that was fuck. So I know in some cases I deserved it, but some cases just were strict. And Nappy, I have a question. What's that? Bro, yeah, I hear Nappy's dog. Oh yeah, they're eating little snacks. They start, I don't know what the hell, like, they've been with each other for so fucking long, like 4 years plus, and they fucking just, they don't, you can't, like, they fight each other, like, over, well, just the boys, but Still, they fight over food and shit. Like they fight each other when they're barking at other dogs. I don't get that shit. I'm missing a lot of your guys' comments because they're messing them up. So if you guys have anything like, if you have a question that I haven't answered, that's what it is. Just write it down again, and most likely I'll get it. Wicked people use small children, teens, and turn them into mind controlled zombies. Hell yeah, definitely. I was made aware by my husband that I was being gang stalked because he started being gang stalked first. And I didn't believe it until I was going through it, but I always wondered. Hey, you know what's crazy? Before this happened, like I was in jail, and this dude came in there, and I thought he was bullshitting. He said that people would fucking like follow him, like he got into it with the lady at this apartment complex, and people would follow him and then point at him and laugh. And then he told me he thought it was witches and shit. Like he said he moved and like he couldn't get away from it. And he was like, I actually like being in jail, man, because this is the only place I can get away from it. Like, really get away from it. Like, it follows me even in here, but I can get away from it in here. And I never fucking understood. Like, I thought he was fucking, like, crazy. I thought, like, and it even goes deeper than that, but like I don't want to speak on certain things because I give people a little respect, but I used to think that he was fucking like I thought he was bullshit. This is in jail. Like what? Hell no. So I definitely understand like yeah, booty bandit alert. I definitely understand like people not getting it, people not understanding it. Um, Even people thinking that we're somewhat crazy. I get it. I understand it, but after you make your initial fucking assumption and shit, if you're gonna be tuned into something like our channels and shit, then at least do us and yourself the fucking favor of fucking. I mean, the fucking, you know, more than just a favor, but do yourself some justice and fucking learn about it. You know, before you start calling people crazy and looking, because in the long run, I mean, at the end of the day, really, you're the one who's really fucking crazy and don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Find out we're being targeted. How do we figure that out? That is not gang stalking, even if you've never heard of it. Find out we're being targeted. How do we figure that out? That is it. I mean, eventually we drill. Like the internet defined everything for me. It took a few days and shit because I was fucking just typing anything in, like all the shit that was happening to me and shit. Like I was just typing certain things in, and then one time the gang stalking video popped up, and fucking I watched that. I watched another one. It was different. It was different targeting and shit, but the same fucking principles, if you were, like, not the same principle, but the same tactics and shit. Like, the one of the people I was watching, she was Bonnie Lick was one of the first ones that I saw. Um, Bonnie Lick, and there was another. I think her shit was called Targeted in San Diego. A homeless lady, and like she had people doing. She stayed on like the trails and shit, and she had a lot of people. When she went to the library, like they would fuck with her, you know, and she would be recording them. Like she had this little tape recorder device, and she would record it, and like they were saying targeting, like, they were saying shit. Like she would say, like, you feel me, like she would say, like, be talking, and they literally fucking, walk by and say some shit like, oh, that's a target basket right there. Like they would literally say that as she was fucking, in Bonnie Lick with the color code, and people following them around and coming outside at the same time they come outside. And then I just started looking more and more at gang stalking videos, and then I knew that's what it was. I knew for a fact. It took some days though. It took like 3 or 4 days to for something to finally pop up that I would understand. Like it might take people sooner, but I was just out there. Like I was fucking. I thought I got caught up in the Mandela effect and shit. Like people were saying, like, shit got locked into this dimension, and like the spelling was different because it came from a different dimension, and we spelled shit differently in different dimensions. I thought I got locked into a fucking bad dimension and shit. Like from the fucking, like, I was everywhere. I was searching, like, Mandela effect is the first thing I was searching up, but I couldn't find nothing but people fucking, you know, debating about fucking the spelling on cereal boxes and cartoons and shit. Like I couldn't find nothing like where people said they had been locked into a different dimension and shit. I was looking for that, and I was looking for hella shit. Hella shit. I'm being gang stalked at different levels. Once you join, you can never get out. Too much. Yep, exactly. And a lawyer who's in the South Bay trying to have you contacted that lawyer who's in South Bay trying to help TRs? I think his name is Ray. Nah, I haven't even heard of him. I haven't heard of him, but I'm not fucking with none of that shit until I like see like other targeted individuals fuck with it. Like because and actually get somewhere, because I can't afford, like, I really can't afford that shit. Like for a person to fucking yank my chain and tell me he's gonna help me, and at the end of the day, after the fucking race and shit, that there's nothing we can do. And then I hear like a lot of targeted individuals have, well, three. I don't remember who they were, but even on like other people's lives, like I've heard people mention that they put money into lawyers and like they haven't been able to get any type of response back. And it's understandable that they might be busy and shit, but once they take your money and shit, they're obligated to at least fucking take one call a week. Like that should be an obligation. Like at least once a week to let me know what the fuck is going on. Even if it's we're putting it off. Like at least give me that fucking, respect, that courtesy to let me know something. Don't, have me thinking you're running off with my fucking money and shit. That's a whole different stress. Uh, Mary was a legit virgin, but we are not supposed to worship Mary at all. Said she was highly favored, but not to be worshipped. Uh, I was just, mentioning that though, like, but I hear where you're coming from. He was on Ella's podcast. I haven't heard of him. I have to check him out, look him up. I just want to talk about guys talking. I don't want to talk about religion. Yeah, I feel you there. Yeah, I'm not. It's too touchy of a subject. I don't think this has anything to do with Target. Yeah, everybody's. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. Gang stalkers in Washington, D.C. ran me over with a car, killed me. Luckily, I moved real quick. Yeah, you gotta understand we're dealing with a bunch of fucking cowards and shit. Any type of power they think they can, any little privilege they get is like power to them. Leave it. Scrap. Chill up. They almost killed me in 2 car accidents. Leave those demons alone. Damn, these people are bad, man. Yeah, they definitely do that. They definitely do that. It's almost like if they lose their kid, they're killing two birds with one stone. Like somehow they're gonna get, you know, um, gifted for their child dying. Like maybe it's a status symbol or some shit, and then you get in whatever trouble you get into. But these people are literally putting their children up for crucifixions to be sacrificed and shit. For real, like psychopaths, man, weirdos. Like I'll never get these people. I'll never understand it. Maybe they're fucking under complete mind control to where like they're robots and they don't give a fuck about their kids. They try to kill me every single time I drive. It's normally more has just made me really defensive driver. Yeah, and shit. You gotta record, like you gotta have a dash cam or some type of whatever because they do shit. They do like the most, and they'll try and make it look like you're the one at fault. Like they fucking let air out my tires all the time, and like it fucks with my turns. It fucks with my turns. It fucks with like my driving and all that. And they do that shit, and then they get behind me and they record, and it looks like I'm recklessly driving and shit. So I have to fucking record and document this shit. Like literally like what the fuck they're doing and shit. Like I'll come out the store, and as soon as I come out the store, there's always somebody fucking pulling away from the other side, or the at the gas station, somebody in one of these fucking small ass Toyota box cars and shit pulling on, like them Uber drivers drive, the little small Toyotas with like the flat backs and shit, the little square box looking cars and shit, and they always fucking drive off real slow. As soon as I come out the fucking gas station, and in my fucking ears thing is bad enough. Like they've already popped the seal on the valves and shit, so it's already fucking slow leaks. It takes like maybe 3 days for the air to leak until I get the fucking valves repaired. But then they just fucking let air. They literally fucking let air out when I fucking like this. Come on, man. And that's why I be like, when I catch one of these motherfuckers in the act, I want to do something to them, because just those valves alone, to get that shit resealed and shit, and to get it resealed with the right fucking, cause your valve, it has like this one, mine has a sensor in it. So like, when I back up, if I get too close to something, the sensor will let me know like you're too close. So to replace that is 125. They can put one without the sensor in it, and that's excuse me, that's legitimate. That's only 100. I mean, that's $110. So like for the extra $15, it's worth getting your sensor back put in it. But that's fucking what, 125, too. That's $500. You feel me, right there, to spend on these fucking sensors, and know that they're just gonna fucking pull them right back out. You feel me? And they'll always let me go for like maybe a month or two. Like I'll get that, before they start fucking, you know, pulling the sensors and shit. Fucking pulling out my valves and shit. That's why I be like, man, if I catch one of these man, and then, I try and report the shit, and they don't take reports. Like they be like, do you know who did it? Come on, man. What do you mean? Do I know who did it? I'm inside the fucking store. Why would anybody have a reason to do this to you? I don't know. You tell me, officer. Oh well, we can't take the report if you don't give us any of that information. Like, so these motherfuckers, man. Even with the hit and run, even with the fucking hit and run, you feel me? They seen the dude do it. They seen him do it. And then when I'm pointing out like it's a hit and run, they see him fucking. He took off on it, like he literally hopped up on the curve. Because it was like the cops were. This was a club night, and the club was out. And the cops were like in the middle of the street telling everybody to go home, ushering them out. Like, you know how they do, like, go to your cars, get out of here, go home, because they don't want people congregating. So, there's a line while the police are doing their little traffic bullshit. And dude hops over the fucking curb, like he hops just to get around the car and get away from me trying to get his license plate number. The cops see that shit. You feel me? I tell them I want to do a report on the damage and shit, and I point out what's happening. Like at the time, I couldn't tell exactly what they done, except the dents on the side of my van. So like I pointed the dents out, and you know, he said it doesn't run consistent with the fucking, the hit and run, you know. So I'm like, all right, man, whatever. He doesn't want to take the report. A girl fucking comes up, a girl that, I'd never seen her before. She fucking tells the cop like she saw the shit happen. You feel me? I fucking seen it happen. And the cop was like, he can't give me a name or anything. Like there's really no reason to, like, he's not telling me anything. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you fucking just seen this shit, man. This fucking girl is a witness, and you're telling this. So, anyways, I let it go because it was just a couple dents. You could pull those out. It wasn't like no, major thing. So I'm just like, fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. I'm not gonna get it anywhere. I go back to recycling and shit. And then when I get back to the van and shit, like, they broke, like, when they hit my van, they hit the tire. Cause I guess my tire, they hit it, like, cause it wasn't straight. It was turned out a little bit, so they hit the tire, and they broke the axle or whatever they broke in the front. So when I went to drive off, like, the whole front lifted up, like a damn monster, like a damn monster truck and shit. And the tires fucking, it was split. It was split and shit. Like, I had to, like, every time I would tap on the gas, like, I would shoot straight up. Like, I would shoot, like, my fucking. I wouldn't shoot straight up, but like, the whole fucking front would lift up. I was like, now do you believe me, motherfucker? You feel me? I didn't park here like this, you motherfucker. And they were just fucking laughing and shit. Fucking pig motherfuckers, man. Alright, Modern Machiavelli. They're blotting out some of yours. Steven and Stacy, they're taking a lot of yours. They're fucking with the comments. I don't know why they're doing this shit, man. Couple of roses. Okay. Oh my god, those people making fun of TIs on YouTube. They have a channel. They have channels where they're making fun of YouTube TIs. Like, dedicated channels to that. They all said the same stuff. Why would someone target you? They don't realize the money involved. Yeah, and that's all psyop. That's more so that's not for you. You feel me? That's more so for the people that are tuned into you. Like, that's more so to lure other people towards the thought that you're crazy. Like, what makes you so special? Like, why would they want to target? You're nobody. Like, you're not no whistleblower. You're not this. You're not that. And then, people get into the groove of thinking that, like, yeah, like, why would they want to target you? I be wanting to confront some of my gang stalkers, but as a female, I don't think it's a good idea because, as far as the young thugs, I feel they may try to assault me. Yeah, I don't think approaching and I don't want to sound sexist because women can do whatever they want, you know, like, they can work and all that shit. But I think it's unsafe for, like, women to approach them. It's unsafe for anybody to approach them, but I guess if you're protected to a certain extent, you have some mace or something, or you like a lot of people tell me like I shouldn't like get out and do that because it makes me look crazy, or they could have a gun, or they could, anything. But like, that's the only way I feel like, you feel me? Like, it's legal to film in public. So if they do anything, you can't protect it. Is the thing. It's like it'll probably be too late for that. But um, I just when it comes to that type of shit, like I don't care. Like whatever happens happens. More so, but at the same time, like I guess you just have to. I don't know. You have to be. That's my only. It's the only way I can vent. Like it's the only way. That's my way of fighting back. Is being able, to get these motherfuckers on film. No matter, especially the ones following me and shit with the headlight. And 9 times out of 10, you know, 9 times out of 10, you might not have any problems, maybe, but it's always just that 1%, 2% you gotta worry about. I know when I do that, I don't never fear for my life. Like I don't, and I know something might could happen. Like I know like a couple cats might get out and probably fucking jump me or some shit like that. But for the most part, I don't ever fear for my life or nothing like that. Though like you just never know. You just never know. United Nations was, let's see. But you don't even have to do that. You know, it, you I mean, there's plenty of ways you can fight back these motherfuckers. You can fight these motherfuckers back. Like you don't have to hop out. Or um, how do they say? What's that saying that they say? Um, damn, what's that saying they say? Oh yeah. Choose your battles wisely. Like you know, interview people that you know that aren't fucking gonna go violently towards you and shit. Like, and I guess that's kind of you can never really tell, but I mean you can have an idea. Like, you know, I mean it's gonna be obvious. Some people that you go up to aren't gonna, you know, be violently react reactive. But there's always a way to do something your part or whatever. We're all strong in like different areas. Like that's why I say like you guys with jobs and shit, you guys are way stronger than me. Like like you guys are stronger than me in those areas. People that can be in crowds and shit and not even trip. Like I can't be in a fucking crowd. You feel me? With people like that, like, and then knowing all the shit that they do, like walk by and spray chemicals and like I do not like crowds at all. And then you got these people sneezing behind. You don't know what the fuck they're doing behind your back and shit. Like, you know, different people are strong in different areas. So we're all just in this fucking, you know, we're all got one thing in common. And we're locked in this fucking bullshit ass bullshit they got us in. The lawyers are in on it, half the government. Yeah, that's what I fear. You know, that's what I fear is that they're fucking, you know, it's a waste, it's another way of sucking our money dry. If it was somebody on some shit like fucking, you know, you don't get paid till we get paid, oh, I'll be all for it. I'll be all for that shit. Like, you feel me? But if I gotta spend money and fucking, you know, I don't ever, you know, especially on this targeting shit. And for me, hey, for me, like when that shit happens, like when I don't go with my first mind, I always get fucking screwed, man. I swear. Like even in the past when I've loaned people money and shit, and I know I shouldn't be loaning them money, but they come with this fucking good ass story. You know, they come with this fucking good ass story, and then, you know, and I'm the type of person like, you know, I don't like to ask people. I don't like to be bugging people and shit. Like, but there comes a point in time, you know, when you gotta say something, or they'll just think you forgot about it. You feel me? And you know, anytime I've ever went against my fucking gut, I always fucking get screwed. I always fucking get screwed. So, fucking doing that with a lawyer and knowing how much money you gotta invest into court cases and shit, like that shit ain't cheap. I couldn't do that. The United Nations was created by Luciferians, which is just like the Illuminati. I can see that. Don't confront, make them think you're not. They're crazy. Ignore, but be aware. Right, like 3 digits. That makes sense. I believe that non-confrontational with our perps, it is better they don't harass us as much when confrontational towards them than they. Yeah, definitely. You know that's their whole thing is banking off the fact that we're not gonna do anything to them. That's what they have in their favor. And like maybe we were fucking like I don't even know. Like these people know more than us, so maybe you know who knows? Maybe they're even using weapons on me to a certain extent to where you feel me. I'm about to do something, and they fucking calm me down and make me think it's my fucking thoughts and shit. Like you know, tell me shit in my head like, man, you know better than this. You know what they're doing, man. You're not supposed to be fucking, you know, they're trapping you and shit. Like, who knows? Maybe that's them doing that shit. Like, but whatever it is, they bank off the fact that they know that we're not gonna do anything. You know, it's rare. It's rare that, you know, anybody does anything. And when they do, it's very, you know, it's all covered up. You know, it's pretty much covered up. Funny how a lot of us know what the fuck is going on though. Like we can tell you in an instant that yeah, they're popping off my live, y'all. They're fucking with it, so don't know how long that'll be. Dude, Back up, man. Scrap. Come here, dude. Come here. Scrap. Back up. Back up, bud. Come here, Scrap. Uh-uh. Nope. They may kill some of your perps and their handlers to cover up that they gangs argue. Oh yeah, they do that. They definitely do that. I believe they do. Like especially the homeless ones. Especially the homeless ones on drugs. Give them hot shots, and there's so many drug overdoses and hot shots, and people like San Jose. Like that's one thing. Like if you can just Google, if you and they probably covered up a lot of the numbers. Like the number, they probably covered up the numbers. But even still, like it's an extremely large amount of people that died in San Jose, just San Jose, California this year or last year, 2019. Overdoses. Always hear about homeless person or overdoses, hit by a car, you know. Nappy, why don't you look for free camper parking places? Oh, I do. I do. I do. But I don't, that's the thing, like, I don't want to be, like, where there's a lot of people. Like, when I park, like, see this? Like, if I went to one of those camper parking places and shit, I'm gonna tell you exactly what would happen. Like, everybody's fucking camper and parking thing would be closed. Their doors and shit would be closed. And then there'd be some fucking little square fucking box fucking car riding through that motherfucking Toyota. You feel me? Some fucking weirdo driving it. And then he'll get out, or his passenger get out, and talk to these people, you know. And then all of a sudden, as soon as that motherfucker does what he does, like everybody will be hanging outside fucking talking and shit about your life and, whatever fucking scripts they give him to say. Like, this, a little bit more peaceful. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've parked into other things too, like you guys seen some of the places I parked. But this is like the main places like I be trying to park and shit. Look at this goofball. Fucking goofballs, I tell you. But what can you do? What can you do? You just fucking deal with it, right? Just fucking deal with it. Look at that backpack. Look at that backpack. These are the people that we're forced to deal with on a daily basis. On a daily fucking basis. You know. You know. Well, what? Well, if all the perks and handlers are dead, that leaves the elite. Oh, they're definitely expelled. Look at this guy. Check out the tail lights. Um, oh, he probably ain't gonna hit the. Yeah, there it goes. You know, and that's just in this park, man. That's just in this fucking park. Like, you know, so the harassment, it continues. Nah, back up from there, dude. You think you slick. Hell no, you better quit, dude. My dad is fine. That's good to hear. Ask him what's in the bag. Probably nothing was in that motherfucker. Early bird. He thought I went crazy, but now that I've shown so much evidence. Yeah, that's what I noticed too. Like people, like after a while, when you start showing people a pattern things, they're either gonna be real and tell you they see what you see, or they're gonna bullshit you and tell you that they don't. They don't see what you're talking about. Or they'll try and say some shit like, "Oh well, that people's lights burn out all the time." Like they don't add two and two together. And for the most part, it's like they know, but they're just fucking they're gaslighting you. You should confront them more. Yeah, I just I can't confront all the time. Like right now, it's hella fucking early and shit. Like I don't feel like and that's one of those weirdos that's gonna fucking just say, like, I can bounce a ball, I can walk with a backpack, I could do this. What makes that? This weird fucking shit. Like, you're fucking crazy, man. You're fucking crazy, man. Oh man. Get away from me before I fucking call the police. That'd be the funniest when they tell me that shit. Get away from me before I call the police. And I'll be like, oh yeah, call them. I'm waiting on you. I need you to call them. I want you to call them. Like most of the time, they won't even call the fucking cop. Dude was gonna call him though. Like that dude, that fucking piece of shit, that car salesman. That dude, he typed 911 and then showed me the phone like I was gonna be scared. Like I guess I was supposed to hop back in the van and just take off. I think he thought that was gonna make me get out of Dodge, like 911, and then show me the phone and shit. You fucking idiot. Give it up. Cut it out. Call him. Fucking call him. Fuck all the theatrics. We don't need the theatrics right now. Just call him. They always have a shopping bag like they just went shopping when there are no store. Yeah, there's no fucking store around here. None at all. Not whatsoever. Oh, there's a Home Depot. There's like a Home Depot right up the street. But nothing else. Yeah, people even get dumped by their closest relatives. Unfortunately, they get them as far as collaborating. Yeah. Cannot understand the capabilities of the technology unless you have experienced it. True. Yeah, that technology is crazy, man. Like, sometimes you have to stop, or sometimes I find myself stopping and trying to figure out, like, damn, is this, like, am I really fucking thinking this? Like, I'll be on my way to 7-Eleven, and I'll be like, nah, they're waiting for me there. Let me go to this one. Like, I'll be wondering, like, are they making me do that shit or fucking what, man? I'll be trying to, I'll be trying to like drive in different patterns. Like I'll switch up my routine and shit. Like I question myself about that. Like all types of shit. All types of shit. Cause they can just fucking throw that shit at you so subtle. Like you automatically think it's you that thinking that bullshit. We were born to endure such a kind of weather now. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I don't think they could handle this. Like a lot of perps. Most of the perps, I don't think they could go through this. A lot of them are sensitive as fuck to the point so where like, especially like the Indian ones, like I'll fucking like, especially the ones that work in the store. Like I'll be like, man, why are you touching on yourself like that and shit? Man, they'll get fucking offended. Like they really fucking touch on themselves and really fucking get offended when you say something about it. Like they be like their feelings really be fucking hurt. Like they be fucking pinching on their little peepees and shit all in 7-Eleven and shit. I be like, man, that's nasty as fuck, man. Ain't you serving people hot dogs and shit with your hand and you touching all on your fucking, you touching all on your little peepee and shit? Like they get man. I fucking pointed it out to customers and shit. I be like, look, those is the fucking hands that he be serving your hot dogs with, and you guys are fucking just letting them fucking touch all on his pee pee and shit. Like, you guys is fucking nasty as fuck. I've had motherfuckers get out of line and all types of shit. Like, I be fucking with the store owners and shit when they do that shit. Every 7-Eleven they do that too. Every fucking 7-Eleven they like touching on their little pee pees and shit. Their little fucking scratch the front of their fucking zipper or the front of their pants and shit. Be like, man, you don't cut that nasty ass shit out. If T.I.'s knew where to find Hamlet, I know, I won't say they're handlers. I can't say they're handlers, but I know where like a lot of them like a lot of them in San Jose, they're like downtown. Like you can tell where they live. They fucking come right out their house. Like they will run out their house and shit to follow you and all types of shit. Somebody organized, somebody somebody with that fucking militant mind state, like you're like if, like somebody that was fucking in the mind state of their constitution being snatched and willing to fight for their constitution, like the ones in San Jose, a lot of them would get fucked up because they're fucking blatant. They just want to fucking they're fucked up. And they run out their houses, all types of shit. So like, or they can make it so avert that you know what they're doing. Yep. I gathered to laugh, taunt, and tease. Yeah, that's fucked up, Erica. That's hella fucked up. Look at this. Look at the gay guy. Hey, sir, excuse me. What's the name of that song? What's the name of that song you were singing?
Rihanna's We Found Love.
Which one? Hey, can you sing it? You got an audience right here. You alright? Alright, you have a nice one. You got homosexuals walking by my van singing out loud. But that's the type of shit, and that, that's. Well, these people are crazy, man. They're crazy. The early bird catches the worm. Yeah, I can. Once they fathom their turn. Yeah, these people, man. It's like they can get, like, I don't know, these people are strategic or very convincing, or they just have what it takes to fucking turn anybody against you. For to make you look crazy, just how much they're paying you. Unexpected answer. Yeah. Most likely you can get your answers out of them lying and they're fucking like thinking of what the fuck to say and involuntary answers, if you will. Hey, dude, cut that shit out, man. No fighting, man. They need blame cushion. Definitely. I have to question every thought I have because sometimes it's hard to tell what's me or not. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Military, active, shadow government. They will use anyone around us to do things. Anyone, definitely anyone. Anyone, man. You feel me? It's like this fucking weirdo, man. Walking all around and shit. Like, they're like, these people, man. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Ew, what's going on? 10th Street, 7-Eleven is disgraceful people. Yeah, man, they wait out there for you. They wait out there. They wait out there for you. It's bad. Like, they drop them off. Like, I don't think they even drop them off. I think they just strategically set them up wherever they know a target is going to be. And they hang out there like they're panhandling for change and shit. Why they got another another fucking like a real homeless like a person that's not homeless, fucking looking homeless and telling them what to do. Yeah, body language is definitely a good way to analyze somebody. Mm, Everyone walking and singing is targeting folk on a lot of 40s and can attest that. The day before take air, people singing on occasion. Yeah, but they target me with a lot of homosexuals. You know, they target me with a lot of homosexuals. This isn't just something that you know. I didn't. No, I understand what you're saying, but I also understand that this is definitely targeting. This isn't the first time to do. You know. Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's a part of their visual bullshit. Like exactly, exactamundo. Ugh. Mother. What makes so I never noticed just how many motherfuckers got hit lie down until I started watching Nappy. Yeah, everybody got their head light up. Everybody down there. Nice people too. I mean, nice cars. Nice cars. A lot of nice cars with one headlight off. Hey, Susan. Never thought I would have to question everything legal. Yeah, you do that shit, man. You have to. Yeah, that would have been hella funny. Yeah, this shit gets way too exhausting. It does. Way too fucking exhausting. It's important to know how they think, so what they think is something is nothing, and vice versa. Yeah. I'm friendly with a banker. On occasion, I sit and chat about finances. A group of employees distract him and ask him to join them first. Then I blow it up, but second time they are targeting me. Hell yeah, they are. Wasn't crazy for it, they will be. Yeah, it can definitely get you there. It can definitely get you there, that's for sure. I used to control street lights around me, turning them off and on. Yeah, they do that with the traffic lights. So I get that a lot with the traffic lights. What they'll do is they'll leave it on red for hella long. Like they'll leave it on red for like 10 minutes, and then I'll turn around to go fucking do a U-turn or something. And then as soon as I start turning around, they'll turn to like fucking green. Mm. Nah, but they can definitely control shit because the street lights got cameras. They can see in real time on them cameras as well as well as ah. Well, I know that they definitely control the lights. I can't think of the fucking word. No, in the country there's a street light across the road from me that goes from low to high power mode. I think it was intended for. Happy they can control street lights from cell phone. Oh yeah, they can. Oh shit, I gotta look that up. I didn't know that. But I know they can see you through the. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. They can see you through those cameras, them street cameras. Yeah, yeah. It's these people, man. They're in control of everything. Like, not only are they in control of people's fucking brains, but they control of fucking just everything. Every fucking thing. People's perceptions. Like, they've got everything down to a science. How to fuck with people. Strategic, strategically timed to harass you. Like, it's just crazy. Well, yeah, I never, I don't know how that switch works. They said there's a switch too, but I know definitely they take the regular bulb out, and then they flick it on to bright, and then the bright light, both headlights will be on. 5G is blocked by objects like trees. I'm not trying to get there, but of course that is how they control me emotionally. Yeah, they like to do all types of these people, man. Weirdos, man. And we're forced to deal with them every day. It's something new. Yeah, I know. I want to go. I think I want to go to Africa. No, it sounds crazy, but I'm really thinking about going out there. Like, even though they may have gang stalking, I can't see it really. Like, I don't. Like, it's too. Well, I'm not gonna say it's too poor of a country, but it's at a point to where like people are trying to, people ain't got time to be worrying about chasing people around and shit. Like, people are trying to get their shit like straight. Like, people it doesn't seem like it would be any time out there for that bullshit. The plastic higher frequency, the less power it has to go through these light trees and wall. There's only so much I can take. Yeah, but I think we're all built for this shit. I definitely think we're all built for this shit. We go through shit that they couldn't even fathom. Africa, yeah, most definitely. Mm, for sure. Videos on YouTube about the AI computer controlling the mind. Yeah. Since when I 611 call is forwarding to a perp. Yeah, they're idiots. They're complete fucking idiots. Brian too says you have to go to a country that hates America. Yeah, that makes sense, man. That's what I wanted. I want to get the hell out of here. And then, that shit is everywhere. That shit is everywhere. Don't it's not only in America. It's like in Canada and all that shit. But anybody that's not fucking America is America. Let me see. No, that's the America, and is Canada in America? No, I don't think so. Yeah, Brian too is dope. I remember when I first tuned into Brian's channel, he was making he was doing his car up with the gang stalking. Like, it's pretty dope. Yeah, I've watched James Harkin as well. Chris Brown, the singer, or the lawyer. do more weapons, torture. Yeah, I noticed that too. Canada and America. Is Canada and America. Herbs turned against the handlers, now they have homeless folks. Most of the normal perks turned against the handlers, now they have. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Montana. That would be dope. I never knew that. As far as what do you mean, like just open land? Pretty dope. Sounds like a nice place. Let me see. I was 15 at this time. Yeah, I do want to get out of California though. Yeah, that's man. Yeah, California is gonna have it the worst, I think. America, period. But California is probably like at the top of the list. No public transportation there. Or what if we just went and took over? Like, what if we went and go just fucking. I think they captured these people or something. I think they've actually captured them or something. I don't know. But there was this one group of people like that weren't, I guess they weren't, you know, domesticated humans. And, you know, they lived on this fucking island. And a preacher went down there, and, you know, to domesticate them, you know, introduce them to, you know, our world, and they killed him. Like, I forget how they killed him or whatever, but they killed this dude, and, In the beginning, I heard that there was gonna be no retaliation for it because they went into their fucking onto their island and tried to, you know, domesticate them. You're probably right about that, bro. No doubt about that. Call this the terrorist group. Alright, y'all, this phone is getting hot and flicking now. So, go ahead and stop this live and do one a little bit later. But I hope everybody has a beautiful day, beautiful night, and all that. And then I feel bad for you young folks that were born into this mess because the Creator has a better consciousness and natural continuity for you, but the parasitical elites block it later. Yeah, you guys take care. Take care.